Good afternoon, everyone. This is Gio, your favorite Bolt flight attendant, and once again I'm greeting you all from the beautiful city of Algiers, the capital of Algeria. Today we will be exploring the center of the city, where I am right now. I am actually, as you can see, just panoramic view. All this area has actually like a very French vibe actually, and it's called the Corniche, which in French means literally the cliff, which is basically the promenade of the city. So yeah, traffic is a bit chaotic today, but it's nice and sunny, and it's always a great opportunity to go for a walk here in this area. The clip that has started this video was a 50 dinars coin, which is basically what you pay for the bus to come from the airport to the city center, which is basically nothing. And later on, another clip followed showing the White Mosque, which is the biggest mosque in Africa, in the African continent, and the third biggest one in the world. So probably another very important monument here in this city. Because look guys, that massive ferry is actually communicating the city of Algiers with the island of Corsica. And because just on a straight line in front of us, we will find at some point, if we started to sail away from here, we would find the Spanish island of Mallorca, and if we keep going, we would end up actually in the southern coast of France. This is another very interesting monument I just found along my walk here in the promenade, but of course I'm unable to understand anything because everything is written down exclusively in Arabic. But there is an Algerian map right in the middle. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you are able to summarize whatever is written down here. Since the train is just passing by us, guys, I would like to take a minute to talk to you about one interesting fact about Algeria, which is the only country in the African continent that has a high-speed train line, which actually communicates the cities of Algiers and Oran. Look at this now, guys. Let's enter here and look at the view. It's amazing. The good point of Algiers as a city is something that you already observed in the last video when we went to visit one of the most important museums, is that the city is basically distributed all the way up to a cliff. So basically it's full of very nice places where you can enjoy an amazing view. And look, there in the background you have the monument we visited the last day. But look at this, guys. It's a very French vibe here in the coast. Beautiful. And guys, we are right now in one of the most iconic squares here in Algiers, which is the Martyrs squares, or also known as Les Places des Martyrs in French, which, as I said, is one of the most iconic points in the city, and it's actually very beautiful, even though right now there's not that much of activity because it's weekend. But usually on the weekdays there is a really big street market here with plenty of food and typical products. So if you ever pass by the city, don't forget to come here on weekdays, because you will find a really big variety of sweets and typical products which you should give a try. Another thing, guys, you can realize that Algeria was under French control for a long time is because of all the big quantity of bakeries you will find along the city. Well guys, I just bought something very typical from here, which is called burek, which I've been looking forward to try for a while already. Those of you that have happened to travel to Turkey and some countries in the Balkans, in Eastern Europe, are probably already familiarized with that name, because this area of the north of Africa was also under Ottoman Empire, and the Ottoman control, sorry, that's why there is a lot of recipes here that have a really big Turkish influence. But it is different from the one in Eastern Europe, and it is different from the one in Turkey, so I will just give it a try and tell you. So this is basically how it looks like. It's basically a pastry stuffed with some meat and spices. So let's see how it looks like and how it tastes like. It's actually very nice and very tasty. So guys, I had basically 3 bureks for just 100 dinars. Actually, I only asked for 2 of them, but the lady was so sweet and she gave me a third one without charging me at all. So basically, I got 3 bureks for the price of only 2. If I haven't told you already about how generous and how nice people are here, I feel I'm repeating myself, but yeah, Algerian people are amazing. So guys, look at this beautiful area, which is basically like a hill. If you follow, it's very green, but look at it now. There on the top, which I will be approaching in a bit. I know it's the typical touristy stuff that you find in most of places nowadays, but it's still nice to have a look from closer. Beautiful. I will take advantage of the fact that I'm seated now next to this curious thing announced in the city of Algiers to all the tourists, just to mention a few details that I find curious about this amazing country. For example, when it comes to the national animal, there is a small type of fox which is called fennec, which is characterized especially because of having big ears, which they use actually to get rid of the excessive heat that accumulates on their bodies. Actually, the football selection of Algeria is actually called the Phoenix because of the animal. It's actually their national animal, as I mentioned before.